I can't say that I'm surprised. How the show ended, I cannot say that I'm surprised. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight I'm going to be giving you guys the results from WrestleMania BACKLASH. And yeah, you really can't be too surprised on this because, I mean, don't get me wrong, the card was pretty fucking stacked. Don't get me wrong, it was pretty stacked, but let's be real. A lot of these matches, some of these matches, we weren't expecting the outcome of it, but a few of these we kind of were. So the night kicks off, obviously, with the kickoff show. Sheamus issues an open challenge, not for his United States Championship, as he took on none other than Ricochet. Ricochet ended up accepted the open challenge, and well, it did not go so well for Ricochet, as Sheamus defeated Ricochet with a knee strike to pick up the victory over the former United States champion. It was a hell of a matchup, I must admit, but it is what it is. You can't. It's Sheamus. When it comes to Sheamus, nothing surprises me anymore. But the main card kicked off with the Raw Women's Championship, a triple threat match between the champion Rhea Ripley and the challengers Asuka and the Queen Charlotte Flair. Hell of a triple threat match, by the way. So many different scenarios that happened. Asuka and Ripley, targeted Charlotte Flair. Flair and Asuka targeted Rhea. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley were testing each other by using their strength. And above all, Rhea Ripley kicked Charlotte Flair out of the ring, allowing Rhea to hit Asuka with the Riptide to retain the Raw Women's Championship. Honestly, it was an impressive victory by the Nightmare, and thus she is still the Raw Women's Champion. Big congrats to her. She earned it. Now, earlier on in the show, during the kickoff show, Dolph Ziggler and the glorious Robert Roode had met up with Dominick Mysterio, and they both attacked Dom in the backstage area, taking a couch and dumped it on top of Dominick Mysterio, thus giving him injured ribs. The WWE medical team did not clear him to compete, but yet he ended up doing it anyway. And even with the broken ribs, even with Mysterio, even with Rey Mysterio getting his ass beat big time, Rey Mysterio hit Robert Roode with the 619, tagged in Dominick Mysterio, which allowed Rey Mysterio to powerbomb Dolph Ziggler on towards the barricade. Dominick Mysterio hit Robert Roode with a frog splash and picked up the victory. Thus, they became the first ever father and son SmackDown Tag Team Champions in history. No, that's never happened before. We've had brothers as tag team champions. We've had unlikely duos as tag team champions, but never a father and a son. And this is actually Dominick's first championship ever in WWE. So that right there says a lot about how much Dominick Mysterio has learned since getting signed to WWE last summer in August. So big congrats to Rey and his son Dom. They earned it. They earned it big time. Then, of course, we have the Lumberjack match between Damian Priest and The Miz. And, it doesn't surprise me that the show was 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 I guess sponsored, if you will, by the new movie Army of the Dead. If you guys don't know that, don't know that one. It's a movie starring Dave Bautista, which will be in select theaters later on this year, and it'll also be on Netflix as well. Again, don't want to get copyrighted, but big shout outs to that movie. I've seen the trailer. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good to me. But yeah, we ended up getting zombies as the lumberjacks. Fucking zombies, man. What? Are you kidding me? Fucking zombies. Really? Zombies. What? This isn't Resident Evil. I'm just throwing that out there. This match was not. It looked like we were watching Resident Evil. Literally. The Miz and Damian Priest beat the hell out of each other in the ring, but they ended up they literally had to beat the hell out of the zombies to try and survive. And at the end of it all, Damian Priest hit the Miz with the bell clap, hit Miz with hit the lights to pick up the victory, and then the Lumberjacks just came in and just completely devoured Miz. I don't know what the hell is gonna be the outcome tomorrow night on Raw, but I'm literally like losing my mind. I don't even know what the hell. I'm just like speechless, honestly. Next up, we've got the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair defended against Bayley, and it's interesting because Bayley is one of the most unique superstars that we have on SmackDown, because Bayley with this new attitude of hers, this new attitude of hers was what made her the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion of all time, with holding on to the title for 380 days, which is insane. And Bayley kind of tormented Bianca Belair by using her hair, and it completely backfired on Bayley in the end, because Bianca Belair rolled up Bayley with her own hair to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. So one has to wonder how Bayley is going to respond with Hell in a Cell coming up next month in June. I don't even know. I don't even know what the hell, but it is what it is. Next up, we have the triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley defended against Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. Let me just state for the record, I don't know how the fuck Bobby Lashley was able to pull it off, but they pulled it off. But I don't know how the hell he was able to pull it off, but he fucking pulled it off, because Drew McIntyre literally threw Bobby Lashley into the LED screens right where the virtual WWE universe was, and the whole thing exploded. That was like the last few minutes of the match. Drew McIntyre, just to give you another highlight, Drew McIntyre hit Braun Strowman with a Michinoku driver. Let's keep this in mind. Drew McIntyre is 265 pounds. Braun Strowman is 385. How that's possible, I have no clue. But yeah, it was a hell of a triple threat match. But in the end, Drew McIntyre hit Braun Strowman with the Claymore. Lashley threw McIntyre out, hit Braun Strowman with a spear to retain the WWE Championship. But to keep this in mind, this means that Bobby Lashley, no matter who he defends the title against, he has to defend the title inside Hell in a Cell. You know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Bobby Lashley will defend his title inside Hell in a Cell. The only thing that I will say, though, is Bobby Lashley has actually been so impressive since winning the title from The Miz back in February on the second Raw after the Elimination Chamber. So one has to wonder, one has to wonder, what could be, the fate of the WWE Championship when we go into Hell in a Cell next month. But Lashley has been pretty impressive, I will say. But it's now time to talk about the main event for the Universal Championship: Roman Reigns, Cesaro. And it's interesting because Paul Heyman mentioned this past Friday on SmackDown that Cesaro has never had a shot at a World Championship. But let's keep this in mind. I'm actually going to look online. Let's keep this in mind. Okay? 2014. Let's keep this in mind, okay? Let's keep this in mind. Cesaro has had a shot at a World Championship. He has. When? It's simple. Elimination Chamber 2014. 6 men inside the chamber. Randy Orton was the champion. Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, John Cena, and of course Captain Charisma himself, Christian, were the challengers. Randy Orton ended up winning the whole thing by pinning Daniel Bryan. So yes, Cesaro has had a shot at a World Championship. This would make his first opportunity at a world title in 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. In 7 years. 7 years. So why would Paul Heyman say that this was his first? Hello? Did people forget about that night? Because I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman forgot. But it's interesting too because Roman Reigns was actually on that card for the Elimination Chamber because it was a 6-man tag. Him, Rollins, and Ambrose against Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, May God rest his soul, and of course Eric Rowan, the Wyatt family versus the Shield, and the Wyatts ended up winning that one. So it begs the question, if Cesaro, if it begs to wonder if Roman Reigns didn't even, just forgot about it or what the I don't know what the hell. But this matchup, Roman Reigns, Cesaro, hell of a match. Like, it was absolutely insanity, absolutely crazy, a crazy matchup. It was a battle of power. It was a battle between power versus power and ring IQ, and by that I mean the power of Roman Reigns versus the power and the ring IQ of Cesaro. People forget Cesaro has been in the wrestling industry for literally 20 years. So one has to wonder, could Cesaro be ready for the the right to be called Universal Champion? Unfortunately, the answer was no, because Roman Reigns made Cesaro pass out to the guillotine to retain the Universal Championship. Because keep in mind, Roman Reigns kept targeting Cesaro's right bicep, which prevented Cesaro to hit Roman with the uppercut, with his patented uppercuts. And once the match came to a close, Jey Uso came in, super kicked Cesaro, beat the holy hell out of him. And then, once Jey Uso was about to hit Cesaro with the splash, Seth Rollins came in, destroyed Cesaro, and wrapped the steel chair around the bicep, and hit him, and hit the chair with the bicep wrapped onto the post, and then hit Cesaro with a stomp to close out the night. Honestly, that encounter, this matchup, I knew that Roman Reigns was going to win. I think in my prediction video last week, I think on Thursday, I said that Roman Reigns was going to win, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. You guys can comment below if I'm wrong. But we knew that once the match came to a close, we knew Seth Rollins. We knew that that Seth Rollins was going to attack Cesaro. We knew all this was gonna happen. I can't say that I'm surprised, but I'm actually looking forward to Hell in a Cell next month and seeing how these rivalries play out starting from tonight, going into Hell in a Cell 2021, which I'll be talking about that. In which, if I'm able to, I'll be talking about that. Possibly in tomorrow's video for in tomorrow's episode of WWE's Biggest Issue, or I might do that for my news video on Thursday, which you never know. You never know. With this channel, anything is possible. But that is going to do it for this video. Question of the day: What were your guys' thoughts on tonight's WrestleMania Backlash event, and which match were you more so interested in watching? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more pay-per-view and NXT TakeOver result videos, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description below. All three of my links. Both of my Twitters and my one Instagram. And if you guys have fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be down in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.